Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Hardcore series. Last episode, we got started in our new world and built up this cozy starter base. But today, we're going to be building 5 automatic and aesthetic farms to help us progress and expand our base. Now, I have been a little bit busy between episodes. I managed to get myself a Fortune 3 pickaxe, so took a trip down to the mines and spent some time searching for some more diamonds. I did get lucky and managed to find a few, which are going to come in useful very soon. I also farmed a bunch of XP at the zombie farm and found a peaceful moment to do a spot of fishing. But with all that work, we're now able to do something that I've been waiting to do for quite a long time. Look at this, we got 33 diamonds and 43 levels. So with this, we're going to have to craft a full set of diamond armor. Just need the leggings and the boots. And that's 9 diamonds left over now. And I think with that, I'm just going to make myself a sword. We'll just keep those spare 7 diamonds safe. And now we are going to be able to enchant all of it. Right, straight away. Sword of Sweeping Edge 3. That's actually pretty useful for the zombie farm. You know what? Screw it. Okay, honestly, that's not great, but it is good for the zombie farm. We'll take it. Boots, protection 3. Okay, just protection 3. Leggings, protection 4. And Unbreaking 3. That's really good. Helmet, respiration 3. And nothing else. And finally, the chest plate, Unbreaking 3. Fire protection and thorns. Honestly, nothing's great, but, well, it's a lot better than the iron armor. Feeling much safer already. But moving on to this episode's task, creating 5 automatic farms. Now, I've been thinking about a place to build this somewhere near our base. Originally, I was thinking over there where, like, all the trees are, but I don't really fancy cutting that down. But while doing some fishing here, I was kind of thinking, well, it'd be nice to stand here and fish and actually have something to look at, right? So can you see where I'm going with this? I'm sure you all do. I'm thinking over here on this side of the water, we've got a pretty nice plains biome here that is relatively flat. I mean, granted, we're going to need to do a little bit of terraforming, but, well, it's nothing too crazy. And I think this gives us plenty of room to build 5 automatic farms. But before we crack on with any of that, well, I think I want to get this place terraformed up a little bit, just like we did over at the starter base there. I think it'd be quite nice if the terrain sort of sloped down towards the water. So yeah, I think that's task number 1, though I should probably quickly nip back to the base and grab all my dirt. I'm probably going to end up needing this. You know what, and be smart, bring a couple of chests as well. All right, terraforming time. And while I get this massive terraforming task done, I'd just like to remind you, if you like this video, then please consider subscribing. All right, I may have ended up going a little bit crazy over here, doing a lot more terraforming than I initially thought I would. Now, over at the starter base there, we got all of our tiered terrain supported by all the spruce logs, and I thought that doing that over on this side would really tie in with the rest of the base. So yeah, I took that starter base idea and just kind of expanded on it, made it a whole lot bigger, and I think that this place is actually looking so good. I mean, we've not even started really building yet, but you may notice here I've got a few cobblestone pillars around. Got one over there, one over there, one all the way over there, and I think this is where our 5 farms are going to go. Now, first one I think is going to be in this area. I probably need to flatten it out a little bit more, but to do that, I'm probably going to need to repair some of my tools, especially my shovel. That thing has taken an absolute beating. So once again, it's a trip back over to the base, where my frames over here are really taking a massive hit. You know what? I think this might have something to do with it. Yeah, I mean, look at this. This is just, this is terrible. Oh, give me 1 second. Oh, that was actually so satisfying. Oh, wow, look at all these drops. That's like 3 stacks of meat, 2 stacks of leather. Oh man, frames are feeling better already. Might also do the same thing to some of these pigs. Jeez, this sound is horrible. All right, much better. We do have a lot of sheep there, but I do have plans for those later on over there. So we're going to save all those guys. But yo, we're back up to 31 levels now. Might just try and enchant myself a new shovel. Let's see what we get here. Unbreaking 3. Fortune 2, efficiency 4. You know what? Can I combine that with this silk touch one? I will need to craft myself an anvil, but I do have a whole load of iron here. I mean, this uses pretty much all of my iron, but yeah, I've only got 16 left now. But you know what? That's okay. This way around. Oh, there we go. 13 levels for this seems pretty worth it. Nice. Okay, thinking about it, using all of that iron's a pretty nice segue into the first farm, which I'm sure you've all figured out now is going to be an iron farm. Really one of the most essential farms I could possibly build in this hardcore world, because that farm is pretty much going to fuel all the other ones that I want to make this episode. Now, the worst part about making an iron farm is definitely the villagers. And last episode, of course, we did discover a couple of villages, none of which are particularly close. I think the closest one is over in that direction. So I think I'm going to use boats to try and transport these guys over. So I think I just want to knock transporting them out of the way as quickly as possible. Now, I should probably also grab myself a barrel, which is actually a workstation for a villager, because you can use those to lure them too. So yeah, let's take a trip over to that village and see if we can't grab ourselves a few new friends. All right, here we are at the village, but where are these villagers? Oh, yes. Yes. Well, there's 3 of them right there as well. You know what? I think this might not actually be too bad. We can just get you in a boat, please. Yes. There's actually water right there, which goes all the way down that way, which I think will actually lead to the base. Gentlemen, 1 per boat, please. Oh, this is just... Come on, 1 per boat. Get in there. Right, there's 1. There's 2. And just 1 more. Yes, here we go. Right, I'm hoping my little theory of this waterway actually works out. I think we should be good. Let's speed this thing up a little bit. Yes, this is actually perfect. This is going to make this so much easier than I thought it would. Oh, I'm so pleased with that. Right. And definitely have to make sure that I sleep every night because I do not want zombies getting to you. But yeah, seeing as this is so simple, I was going to quickly grab those other 2 villagers. Won't bore you guys with that task. And then we can just crack right on with building the iron farm. I'm going to be following a tutorial, which I'll leave a link to in the description for those of you that want to build this yourselves. But without further ado, let's get it built. And here we go. Iron farm is in and working. At least it should be. There we go. Oh, what timing. Now, this thing's been running for about an hour or so, and already you can see we've got so much iron in here. I mean, there's a lot more efficient iron farms we could build, but it's just me in this world. So I think this thing is going to do just fine. But while letting this thing run, I've actually been hopping around the base, gathering a few more materials so we can come up with a nice build for this place. Now, the tricky thing about putting a build around the iron farm is that we can't have any spawnable spaces inside where we have this path block. So this is like a big 17 by 17 square, but I've been a little bit smart here, and I spent some time gathering up a whole bunch of string over at the spider spawner we found last episode. I also dug it out, getting ready to build a farm at some point too. But for those of you that don't know, string actually blocks spawns on top of full blocks. So I've come up with a little design for over there, and I've tried to use as many non-spawnable blocks as possible. But where we can't avoid it, we're just going to have to use string to block the iron golem spawning. I mean, I say that, I'm hoping that this is going to work, because I think I've come up with a pretty cool house design. Now over here, I've added a new section to the storage room, the project box. And this is where I've been gathering all the materials that I'm going to need for the build. You can see here I've got a whole bunch of different blocks, including these cool banners, which I think are going to look so cool. I mean, granted, they are a little bit of a pain to craft, but I guess without further ado, because we got a whole lot of building to do today, let's get the first of the 5 houses built up. Oh, this is going to be cool. And there we have it. Iron farm all complete. Really pleased with how this little building's come out. We can have a little walk around and take a closer look. I tried to mix up the palette quite a lot here. We've gone with some tough, some mossy, and some of these new tough bricks. And then near the bottom, I've just mixed in a little bit of cobblestone. Then on the roof, just to tie it in with over at the base, we got a little bit of deep slate on here, as well as some granite and bricks up there on the tower roof. That just ties it into our chimney at the starter house, as well as some dark oak for the lower roof, and some calcite and diorite just up there. But yeah, this is actually so good. I've not had any iron golems spawning where they shouldn't at the moment. Just showing you around the back as well. I haven't really fully detailed it up, but I think it's looking good enough for now. Still quite a few more details that I want to get all around this place, but well, I think I'm going to do a big final detail pass over the whole area towards the end of the episode. For now, we're just going to keep focusing on the farms. Now, one more thing to show here. I've just made a little staircase that leads down to the collection area, just so we can access the chest. And as you can see, we're still getting quite a bit of iron in here, and all of that iron is going to get put to some good use. Now, still 4 more farms to build around this area, and I'm thinking the next one I'd quite like to be a sugarcane farm. I think paper is going to come in super useful once we eventually get an elytra, because we'll need that paper to craft some rockets. Now, I've still got some spaces lined up for a sugarcane farm to go. I'm just not too sure which one to go for. Now, I'm thinking perhaps this one down here by the water. I don't really have too much of a plan for this. What I am thinking though is putting the actual sugarcane farm in the ground and then shooting the items up into a building that would be in this area. I think that'd be pretty cool, because the design that I have in mind for the farm, well, that is going to be pretty much infinitely expandable. So by building it underground, it kind of means we don't need to make like a massive building here. But anyway, before we get building, we of course need to build the farm. And to build the actual farm itself, well, we're going to need a resource that I have absolutely none of at the moment. And it's potentially a bit of a dangerous resource to collect, because it's going to require going to the nether. Now, thinking about it, there's a little bit of an opportunity for me to be smart here. Just got to smelt myself some gold so I can craft myself a gold helmet. That way the piglin, hoglin, whatever they're called, well, they're not going to attack me. Anyway, I'm sure all of you experienced Minecrafters know what I want to go to the nether for, and that is quartz, which I'm not too sure actually spawns in this biome. You know what? Actually be smart. Put the shield in your hand, just in case we come across any ghasts. Oh, wait. Oh, yes. Quartz. Give me all of you. I'm going to try and collect up a decent amount of this, I think, because, well, we're probably going to need this for quite a few of the different farms. I will explain that shortly, though. Okay, looks pretty dangerous over this way. Oh, but more quartz. Yes. Right, that's 35 quartz already. Oh, and even more here. That is actually quite a lot. I mean, really? I'm kind of tempted just to, like, strip mine. Oh, okay, maybe not. Maybe that's a terrible idea. Oh, wow, that was actually so dangerous. Would be kind of nice to try and get out of this biome, though. Okay, looking at that giant wall of lava, that's probably not going to happen. Oh, hello. Moron. Well, you know what, thinking about it, bone blocks. This will actually come in so handy. I don't really have a source of bone meal or anything right now. Jeez, gold skeleton. What I was trying to say is I don't really have a source of bone meal right now, so grabbing some of these bone blocks would actually be pretty good. Oh, bit more quartz up there. I think I'm just going to grab that last patch and then just head out. Honestly, I really just do not need to be here right now, and this place is dangerous and I'm scared. Right, 52 ore. Yeah, let's actually just get out of here, get back home, and then we can fortune all of that quartz. Stupid skeletons. Okay, quartz acquired. I've crafted a few bits here. So I think what we're going to do together is actually just figure out one segment of this farm, and then I'll just go away and sort of expand it. I think what I'm actually going to need here is a hoe, so I can put dirt on top of a hopper, turn it into farmland, and then plant this on there. Oh, wait, I'm so stupid. I know why it's not working. There's no water next to it. Hang on. All right, you definitely can't plant this on mud. That was my original plan. That's okay, I can still figure this out. Put water there and then turn that into farmland. You still can't plant it? Hang on a minute. Right, my plan here is to plant the sugarcane on top of a block that a hopper can pick up items through. I thought that packed mud had that feature, but apparently it does not. But maybe regular mud, well, that might. At least I'm hoping it does, or I need to change my plans. Like, thinking about it, if this doesn't work, I can just make like a hopper minecart thing. I guess that wouldn't be so bad. Right, moment of truth. Oh, yes, it gets planted. But if I break this, will it get picked up by the hopper? Oh, yes, it does. And into the chest. Okay, right, I just need to use regular mud. That's absolutely fine. But now to actually break the sugarcane, we're going to have a piston here. And then what I needed the quartz for, this observer, well, that's going to sit on top of the piston like that. So it's facing that way. And then just to link them together, I think if you put a full block there behind a piston and then a piece of dust on the top, this should work. I mean, all you redstone experts are probably just shaking their head at me right now. I actually need to grab a little bit more sugarcane just to test this. Because once I get this down, not only can I infinitely expand this for the sugarcane, well, I think we can also use this design for a different farm I have in mind as well. Right, so sugarcane's planted there, and when it grows up, it gets broken and falls on the floor. But that'll be okay. When I make the farm, I'll just get all of this encased with some glass and stuff. So we shouldn't have any lots of items at all. But plan is now, take this design, and then I'm going to put it into the ground under here. And really, I don't think this is going to be too bad. I mean, look at this. It's already done. Oh, just like magic. Look at that. Now, I could have made this thing a little bit bigger, but I just gone with 22 of these pods for now, which really, just for me, this is going to do just fine. I mean, it's not been running for long. We've already got 24 there. Like I said, I don't really think we're going to need this until we get an elytra. And do you know what? Even if we do get one soon, I'm not really sure I'm actually going to use it that much. Because long term for this world, I'm kind of thinking of some different modes of transport. Now, I'm sure as you've all figured out by this point, the next step is going to be putting a build over this thing. I kind of got like a rough idea for a staircase leading down, so then we can come into this place and grab the drops. I think originally I said I wanted to funnel them up to the top, but really this early in the game, I think that's more effort than it's worth. Now, I just need to head back to the base and just see what blocks I got to build with. I'm really not sure I actually have that much. I mean, over here we've gone with quite dark colors. I'm thinking over there maybe like a granite-y texture could be cool. Oh, wait, one thing. I've actually also extended the map over here, so now it includes our new area that we're working on. I really want to try and keep on top of these maps in this series. It's something I never really do, but now that I've actually started doing it, I love it. Kind of giving me some more ideas for some different spots to build around here as well. Anyway, on to seeing what blocks we got. Oh yeah, granite. I got some terracotta. That'd probably work. I was actually meant to smelt that into clay bricks, but yeah, that didn't go too well. Right, what also might be nice, call me crazy, but some dirt and coarse dirt could be good. Let's actually just maybe test this out around the back of the house. We'll just build up an ugly granite wall with maybe some spots of this terracotta. That works quite well. And then where things might be a little bit dirty, just using our imagination a little bit here, maybe just transitioning from coarse dirt to dirt into the granite. That could actually work. This could actually work pretty well. Can't really see it now too well in the dark, but I think this will actually be pretty good. I mean, some rooted dirt for a bit of extra texturing would be so nice, but I've not found a lush cave yet. I think the best place to get dirt is underneath a naturally spawning azalea tree. So I guess at this point, I've got a few resources to collect. I mean, getting this granite, that's going to be so easy. But terracotta, yeah, that could prove to be a little bit more tricky. I think I'm kind of tempted to go on a little adventure and maybe try and find myself a mesa biome. You know what? Screw it. Let's actually just do it. I think it'll be worth it. Oh, jeez. Okay, yeah, I think this is actually a good time to leave. Right, you lot better not be here when I get back. Stupid idiots, they live over there. Ooh, new biome up ahead. I've been going over ocean for what feels like ages. Just passing through cold biomes, but we've got a savanna over there. That could very well lead to a mesa. Also, thinking about it, another thing that I kind of want to get done this episode is a cactus farm. So for that, we're also going to need to try and find ourselves a desert. Let's definitely try and grab ourselves a couple of acacia saplings, because I do really love myself some acacia wood. All right, there we go. 4 saplings. Oh, village. All right, not really much here that I need, but acacia villages have to be some of the best in the game. I mean, hello? Yes, thank you. Sorry, sir, you have no job now. Oh, geez, he's mad. Actually, you know what? Orange bed. See you later, white bed. Orange is way cooler. Right, I'm trying not to get too distracted here, but, I mean, this is a massive village. I don't know why I'm grabbing melons. I already have those. Oh, well, I guess it's extra food in case I need it. Right, can't we press on trying to find a mesa or a desert? We're in temperate biomes now, so we do have a chance. It is kind of looking like, yeah, it's looking like I have to get back on the boat. All right, I'll bring it back when I find something. Oh, desert. I've hardly traveled at all. I mean, there's that savanna behind me. Oh, there's coral reef here as well. Oh, this area is actually so good. We are about 5,000 blocks away from the base, but maybe at some point in a different episode, we should get another portal set up here. There's already a lot of useful biomes. Right, let's go grab ourselves a cactus. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, this is so good. Oh, let's go. Yeah, we are definitely going to need another portal set up here. Right, let's grab a couple more bits of cactus. Thank you. And I guess we'll check out this ruin portal. I mean, can these have good loot? I'm not really too sure. I mean, does this even have a chest? Hello? What the heck? Really? No loot at all? Well, I don't think I've ever seen that before. First time for everything, I suppose. But let's go check out this mesa. I mean, how big is this thing? Well, I'll tell you what, it's actually pretty big. Yeah, this is really nice with all those spiky things and stuff. You know what? This place looks so good. It's kind of giving me some build ideas. I mean, this area is so nice. I kind of don't really want to destroy it. I mean, perhaps there's some more mesa over this way that I could destroy. Yeah, there seems to be like way more over here. Let's just check this out. Just make sure that I never want to build here. Oh yeah, this place is just so much more ugly with no red sand. Oh, it's the trip of a lifetime! Mangrove! Right, terracotta, I'll come back for you in a second. Yo, let's go. Man, I've really been holding out for a wandering trader spawn to try and get a sapling for this stuff. And so far, we are over 100 days into this video. I've not had one spawn. But you know what? It does not matter anymore. Right, I need to grab one of those, like, what are they called? Propagules. Yes, give me some of these. I won't bother farming the wood here, but let's at least grab some of the little sapling thingies. Oh, this is so huge. Wait, I'm not getting all the ones that I break. Do they have to, like, fully grow? Or do they just have a chance of dropping? I do not know much about these things at all. All right, 8, that should be fine. Wait, and I've just realized this place is full of mud. Okay, quick sleep. And I should definitely farm some of this up, right? I mean, at home, it is a little bit of a pain to craft. And here, there's absolutely tons of it. Man, that sound is so satisfying. All right, I've made an absolute mess here. And this is a good amount of mud. But okay, I'm going to find my way back out of here. And just get myself back to the mesa. I could probably do with like 3 or 4 stacks of terracotta. And then we can get back and build up this sugarcane house. Let's do it. Yo, wait. Oh, yes. Wandering trader, let me in. You're going to lose your llamas. Oh, they're gone. Wait, grab the leads. Oh, yes, guilt-free. Hello, welcome. Your first ever visit. You don't really have too much of use. But anyway, the sugarcane farm build is finally complete, and I have been getting so carried away with all the details here. I'm having so much fun. But is this build not looking so cute? I love it. You'll also see I got a little flower field planted at the front now. And yeah, I've just been putting the final details in. A bit of texturing on the roof there with some moss and mossy cobble and some leaves. Getting some sugarcane planted at the front, as well as a bit of storage, a few little gardens. And overall, I think this has come out so good. I think I might even prefer it to the iron farm, you know? Now, this one I didn't really plan. I just kind of winged it. So this has taken me quite a long time to build. I mean, the inside does leave a little to be desired, but I did manage to get the staircase leading down to the little collection area. And this thing has been working pretty good. Almost 3 stacks of that in there now. I also ended up putting like another little storage area with a lean-to over here, just to give this side a little bit more interest. And because this ended up right on the water, I thought like a nice little fishing dock here would be cool as well. But yeah, overall, I am so pleased with this build. Now, I have got so much rubbish over here now. At this point, I'm probably just going to have to tidy up after the episode's finished. Now, you will see here, I've got 50 string on me again, and that's because I spent a little bit of time down at the spider spawner turning it into a farm and grinding a whole bunch of string. And that's because for our next farm, we're going to need quite a few dispensers. In fact, we're going to need 16 of them, because next up, I think is going to be a farm in this area here, which I would like to be a sheep farm. Well, more specifically, I'd like it to be a wool farm. Now, all the redstone stuff, honestly, pretty easy to craft, just observers, dispensers. The main thing that we're really going to need is dyes. And well, I want all of the dyes. Now, we need 16 dispensers, mainly because there's 16 different dyes in the game, which means 16 different colors of wool. So before we actually get building the farm, I just want to collect all the dyes that we can get. Honestly, I think this is going to be pretty easy. I mean, already there's black and white. Now, I should really be saving this cactus for a farm, but let's actually just smelt down 2 of these. That way we have our green, and also we can make lime as well. Now, we can use our lapis to make blue and light blue. Now, another super easy way for us to get some more dye is actually just over there, where luckily for me, we actually have a flower forest. So there's our yellow. What color does this do? Cornflower. More blue dye. Okay. Oh, yes. Look over here. We got some orange. Thank you very much. What about this one? White tulip makes light grey dye. We won't talk about the sheep debacle from last episode. Oh, purple down there. So this allium gives us magenta. Oh, poppies. We've got loads of those at the iron farm, but there's some red dye nice and easy. Okay. Peonies give us pink. We're not too far off having all of them now. Let's actually just craft our own grey dye. Right. At this point, we're just missing purple. And then we're also going to need cyan, which means yet again, I need to waste even more cactus because we're going to need green dye and also some blue, so we can make cyan. Now, I'm just going to dump off all the dyes that we've collected so far and just leave them at the build site because there's actually one more that we need to go and collect, which I should have probably collected last episode. And that color dye is brown, which of course you craft from cocoa beans, which you can find in the jungle, which is quite a few blocks over in this direction. I think last time I kind of went a bit of a roundabout route. So yeah, I'm going to head to the jungle. If I see anything of interest, I'll be sure to bring you back. If not, I'll see you at cocoa beans. Wait, there's literally a jungle right there. Okay, well that's extremely convenient. I think last time I traveled about 2,000 blocks. This time I've probably traveled about 200. All right, well this is very good to know. Just got to find myself a cocoa bean. Come on, where are you? Yes, there we go. You know what? I'm actually also going to grab a jungle sapling because I think this is the last overworld tree type we actually need. I mean, episode 2, getting every wood type already? That's actually pretty cool. But with that done, I'm going to head back home, craft up some of the bits that we need to make the sheep farm, and then we'll figure this thing out together. All right, just a short while later, and I have got the project box all filled up now with all the items that we're going to need to build the farm. And as you can see, this has taken up so much iron. We've got 32 hoppers, we've got rails. Each of these hopper minecarts, they're 10 iron each. So hopefully at this point, you're understanding why we needed to build the iron farm. But let's hop over to the build site and let's try to figure out how we're going to build one of these sheep pods. So I think what we're going to do, we're actually going to start off with the collection area. And I think each of these pods is going to be pretty tall. So I think it might be best that we sort of like bury it in the ground a little bit. So we have a double chest with a hopper in the back. Let's just test that that actually works. Yes. And now a bit of a tricky thing here is this is going to be the block that the sheep's going to stand on. And of course, we just put a hopper there. Any item that we throw on here, well, that's not going to get picked up. So to combat that, we're actually going to use one of these hopper minecarts, just like this. So now if we throw an item on here, it gets picked up and put into the chest. Now we're going to need a block here to keep the minecart from moving. So if we use a stair, we'll still be able to open this chest. And with that, we got our collection system sorted. Now to actually move on to the automatic sheep shearing, we're going to have an observer observer facing this grass block. So when a sheep eats grass, this thing's going to put out a signal. And we want that signal to lead into this dispenser, which we will eventually fill with some shears. But to send the signal up, we'll need a block behind the observer and a redstone dust on the top. And what I also want to do here is actually have a hopper that leads into the dispenser with a chest on the top. And that way we can just fill this whole thing with some shears. And then this dispenser will just take ages to run out, which means that the farm should run for quite a long time. Now, the reason I have all of this glass is because I actually want to contain the sheep in this section. So we'll have something like this where the sheep will be able to sit in. Though thinking about it, I've kind of been a bit stupid. When the sheep eats the grass, it's going to turn it into dirt. So we need grass sort of surrounding this grass block. That way the grass can actually grow back. So yeah, that's the basis of one of these sheep pods. Now this thing's going to be infinitely expandable. I think I'm going to go in this direction. So I plan on having 8 on this side and then 8 on the other. 1 for each of the different colored sheep. Now before I crack on with building all the others, I think it might be a good idea to try and lure a sheep in, just so I can be absolutely sure that that thing's working, because I would hate to build the whole thing and then it's just broken. Right, and this is the reason I actually wanted to save all the sheep. So why don't you come with me? Come on, buddy, please. It's so cramped in here. This is insane. Oh, wait, we got some escapees. So many have come out. Okay, you know what? You two just roam free. We'll probably get you later. Come on, buddy. You're finally going to get a real job. Wait, you can lead boats now? What the heck? Okay, that's new. Right, let's just lure this guy up. And he's in. Perfect. Good. Wait, is the lead gone into... Yes. Okay. Man, I thought I lost it for a second. But I think to actually kickstart this thing, I think we need to do 1 manual shear. That way, I think he wants to eat the grass. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Right, come on, buddy. Eat the grass. Get your wool back. I want to check this thing's working properly. Oh, yes! There we go. And in here... There's our wool. Oh, this is so good. Right, I'm sure you can imagine where this is going to go. Going to be expanding this over in this direction. And I'm thinking this is not going to be too bad. All right, let's get it done. Well, it's been quite a while since the last clip, and I have been very busy. Now, the sheep farm is complete and all running very nicely. You can see we got all the different colors in, and it's already starting to collect quite a lot of wool. I think there's almost like a stack of each color now, but you may also be noticing, yep, we are inside a building. And that's because I've gone ahead and built up a cute red barn kind of thing around the sheep farm, which I think is actually looking so good. I went with a mix of mangrove and netherrack, and then on the bottom here, I've used some spruce, some coarse dirt. There's a few oak logs hidden in there for some texturing. And then on the roof, I gave it a birch trim, and then to tie in with the rest of the area, I've gone with the regular deep slate roof as well. And yeah, this place is looking so good. I've got some little access places here, just so I can come in and fill up the shears. But as you can see, I put 7 or 8 in each dispenser, and well, this thing's been running for a couple of hours, and it's barely scratched the surface of these shears. So I don't think we'll be running out of durability anytime soon. Now you also see I've planted a few fields in the empty spaces that we have over here. We've got a wheat one, a potato one, and then a carrot one towards the front. And I've also put some of these beds around as well, just for some easy sleeping. I see Wax Fraud do this loads in his world. It's such a nice little detail. Well, and a functional one as well. But yeah, with this new building and all these extra fields put in, well, I think this place is really starting to come together. But we still have quite a few empty spaces here and 2 more farms to build. And those 2 farms are going to be Cactus and Bamboo. Well, the Bamboo farm, that's going to be super similar to the Sugarcane farm. And when I say similar, I mean just exactly the same, except we'll be growing bamboo instead of sugarcane. And then the Cactus farm, well, I think that's going to be pretty simple as well. Really, I don't need this to be anything massive for the Cactus farm. Basically just going to be using it for some green dye every now and again. But I just want to have a little show off of how this thing's going to work. Just for those of you that don't know, I think we'll go get this figured out on the build site, which right now is looking so good. Man, when this is done, my fishing view is gonna be glorious. Okay, Cactus farm, I'm thinking of building in this area. Once again, it's probably gonna be underground. I don't want this to be too big. Maybe just like a 7x7. Oh, yeah, this is just about gonna fit in. Just give me a second to dig this down a few blocks. I mean, honestly, this thing's going to be so simple, we could probably just do the whole thing together. But before we start, I just want to test one thing. Can you plant cactus on grass? No. Okay, well, it's a good job I brought Sam with me. If that's the case, though, I think I'm going to grab myself some slabs. Do you know what? I'm also going to need to make a bunch of hoppers as well. But thankfully, we have the iron farm now, which is, yeah, that is working so well. Oh, I am so happy we have this thing. Okay, right, to start off, I think let's just build our collection system, which really is going to be super simple. We'll just have a chest here, then hoppers that lead into the chest, and they'll run all the way along there. We'll have water that runs along the back, so any item that falls in here here. Well, that should end up in that chest. Very good. And now to try and automate the cactus. Now, I have done this before, but it has been quite a while. I am kind of thinking now maybe the water is going to not work out so good. So if an item falls there, is that going to make its way over? Not really. Okay, I'll get this figured out in a second. Honestly, maybe I'll just put hoppers like literally everywhere. Anyway, you know what I actually need to do? I need to get rid of this dirt. I think these actually need to be slabs. So we got something like that. Oh, wait. Oh, yes, I think items are actually going to work now. No, maybe not. And I thought this was going to be easy. Anyway, let's get our cactus in. And I think all we need now is just a few fences, sort of like in between the cactus, one block up. And they're the things that are actually going to break the cactus, if that makes sense. When a cactus grows up, well, it can't be next to a block, so it just gets broken and then should fall into the water, into the hoppers, and into the chest, at least in theory. I'm kind of wondering what would happen if I just do that. What items make their way in now? No. No. You know what? We have the iron farm. Why would I just not make all this hoppers? All right, 42 hoppers. If my math is correct, that's what we need. And granted, this could cause maybe a bit of lag, but I mean, my PC is pretty powerful. And if we do end up having lag later, then I can just fix it. But you know what? For the sake of my brain power, which is taking quite a beating this video, well, I think this is going to work just fine. Boom. Okay, right. That should be this thing functional now. I mean, could I lay this out a little bit better? Thinking about it, I could probably save some hoppers here. Yep, I actually think that configuration's better. Don't really need that extra hoppers, and I'll get this bit filled in. And then, of course, a building on top, which, yeah, I guess I'm going to go away, get this building done. I mean, I don't really want it to be anything massive. Probably be some kind of, like, shed type thing. Oh, another wandering trader. Oh, he's got that new sapling thing. Oh, I forgot we don't have that one. Man, I do not have any emeralds. Okay, this is like an actual emergency. Right, please do not go down there and die on that cactus. Oh, geez. Okay, right. Episode 1, we saw a Fletcher in the village. So that could get me 5 emeralds pretty easy. This is an actual emergency. Chop down this tree quickly. I mean, if I go far away, is he going to despawn? I still see him over there. Right, tree chop. Let's get to that village. Right, there was definitely a Fletcher somewhere around here. Man, it's been so long, I just cannot remember where it is. Oh, there's the Fletcher's table. Where the heck is the Fletcher, though? Hello? What are you guys doing? Where's the Fletcher? You know what? Thinking about it. No time to waste. Give me this. And take a job. Yes. What the heck? Where's the stick trade? No. Try again. Yes, there we go. Okay, right. Make sticks. Give emerald. Yes. Okay, 16 emeralds. Right. See you later. Must get back to the wandering trader. Actually, this time be smart. Make a boat, because this makes traveling back a whole lot easier. Man, I hope he's still there. Yes. Yes. Get me up there ASAP. Wait, you, sir. Pale oak saplings. 3 of them. Yo, let's go. Thanks, buddy. I would also like the leads, though. Thank you. Sorry, llamas. Yo, let's go. Pale oak. Man, I'm pretty sure I said earlier that I had all the overworld trees, completely forgetting that they've added these new ones. Let's actually just go and plant these over in the tree farm area, which is an absolute mess, by the way. We'll just keep these down on this section, I suppose. Cool. Well, maybe I'll try and build with some of this wood today. That'd be fun. Also, thinking about it, I should probably address this in a future episode. Probably a bit more of an efficient way to farm that stuff. Oh, come on, man. I'm getting so distracted here. You know what? Just ignore those guys. What I was trying to do is segue into building up this shed. And I'm also going to build up the bamboo farm in this area. Not really too much point in spending much time on that with you guys, as like I said, it's going to work exactly the same as the sugarcane farm, except it'll be bamboo there instead of the sugarcane. Anyway, let's get that done. Yes, llama, defend me. No, they're over there. You're doing a good job, buddy. Okay, enough distraction. Now let's get to work. I love Minecraft. And here we go, quite a lot of progress since we last spoke. And you know what? It's been quite a long time, so I spent a week on holiday. So I'm feeling fresh and ready to get back into this project. But as you can see, I built up a nice little shed here for the cactus farm. Mainly using some mud, some wood, with a nice tough and cobble base. And I think this looks pretty good. Wasn't really a whole load of space to work with. But overall, I think I've blended it into this area pretty nicely. Now, the inside does leave a little to be desired at the moment. Honestly, it will probably stay that way. But either way, that's not actually going to be the entrance to the farm, because I've made a nice little area over here, which kind of comes down underneath the iron farm, which is why I've got these buttons here just to prevent the iron golems from spawning. But yep, that leads down over here, where we are slowly but surely getting some cactus. Not too much at the moment, but I'm only really going to be using it for dye and probably not that often, so I think this is going to be just fine. And over here, I kind of got a base for the bamboo farm. Now, you can tell I've spent a week on holiday because I thought I was recording building this, and yep, I forgot to actually hit record. But either way, my idiocy aside, I got a super undetailed version of the building here, and kind of trying to go with like a diagonal sort of shape, incorporating the bamboo, just so you know this is the bamboo farm. And it's got a nice little walkway through over here, which will lead over to the sugarcane farm. Now, the actual entrance to the farm is just down here. And as you can see, it works exactly like the sugarcane farm did, with the observers and the pistons. And yeah, this thing's actually working pretty good. Probably going to end up using this as a fuel source, to be honest. So I'm not really too sure how much I'm really going to be building with bamboo, at least over in this area of the hardcore world anyway. Like I said, I tried to incorporate bamboo into the roof there, just so I can signify what type of farm it is. Yeah, I don't think I'm really in love with this texture, so it'll probably just remain on this building only for now. But yeah, with this episode running on, I think we're going to do one final big time lapse. So I'm going to go away, I'm going to get this building detailed up. I've got more fields to plant in this area. I think I'd like to try and get a few custom trees as well, some more details like these hay bales, things like these little benches, decorate up all the paths, get some gardens in. Yep, still quite a lot of space to fill out, mainly in this front area here, and also here just next to the wool farm. And one thing that I think I'm going to do, just to frame in this area a little bit, is plant a whole bunch of oak trees over in this area, just at the back. I mean, I did toy with building another wall over in this area, but I think planting a little forest type thing's going to look a little bit better. So after I get a quick sleep, we are going to kick it into one final time lapse. Let's get this project finished. And here we go, this project is finally complete. As you can see, I got some extra fields planted here. I got a few custom trees. And a big thanks to my friend Rofo who came up with this tree design. I'm going to leave a link to him in the description. He's a good friend of mine and he's also making a hardcore series, so definitely go check that out. But yeah, I got some more decoration here on the floor with some coarser and some soul sand, just to sort of vary that up a little bit. Other than that though, we got some more custom trees, some more fields. I mean, that was a whole load of field planting. But I also went round, spread some bone meal about, just to sort of tidy up the areas that are a little bit plain. But really, the biggest change is all the trees over at the back. Now, they really frame this area quite nicely. When you walk in though, it is a little bit of a mess, but I think for now, we're not really going to be building over there. But when you're over here, it kind of just makes this area feel like a lot more complete, because you can't really go back any further, you know? Oh yeah, I also detailed up the bamboo farm. Kind of got some moss and flowers on the roof. Gave it a little chimney. Got some bamboo shutters going around the side. But guys, with that, there's actually one more thing that we need to do this episode, and that is over at the starter base. Because at the end of the last episode, I asked you guys to leave your name suggestions for our little starter island. And, well, I've picked a winner. And that winner is Daniel Andrews. And their name suggestion, as you can see there, is Spring Isle. A name that I really think fits this area, with all the flowers and the pink petals and stuff. So yeah, the starter island is now known as Spring Isle. Now, of course, with our lovely new fishing view, I'm going to need your guys' name suggestions for our new cozy farming area. So make sure you let me know what you think down in the comments. And with that, guys, that's about all I have time for this episode. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing and leave a like on the video too. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!